A lot of Christians have been taught to pretend. A lot of Christians have been taught to fake it with God. You don't fake it with God. For example, I'm talking like this, like a normal person. And maybe now I want to pray. The next thing I'll switch and say, oh, Father, yeah, thou art the great God. Thou. It's fake. That's not how I talk. That's not how I talk normally. Why do I have to change the way I talk when it relates to God? Why do I have to try to package myself in presence of God? I don't need to package. I just need to express myself the same way I talk. The same way I talk is the same way I pray. The same way I have conversation with any person is the same way I have a conversation with God. There's no need to, prepare myself and say, oh, Father, thou, and I switch to King James language. No. Talk to God the same simple way you talk to anybody else. The same simple way you talk every day. That's the way you talk to God. That's the way you pray. You don't need to switch your voice and make it sound, magnificent to get something from God. No. But a lot of Christians have been taught to act like that. So you have to learn to be open to God, and you have to learn to obey God. You cannot build trust in God if you do not obey God. Okay? If you do not obey God, you cannot build trust in God. Trust is built on mutual understanding and mutual commitment. So if God says something and you continue to defy it, you continue to go against it, and you say you are building your faith, you can't build your faith. You build your faith through obedience. You build your faith through practice. You build your faith through submission. These are important components that will build your faith and prepare you in the time of trouble. If you cannot obey God before the day of trouble, trust me, you're not going to be able to obey God during the time of trouble when He tells you to do something. So when you know God in an intimate way, you will already be prepared for the time of trouble, because it's going to be easy for you to trust Him. So you're already used to it. It's just like I live with my wife. I already have grown to know her. And by virtue of that, I've grown to trust her. So if tomorrow there's trouble and my wife tells me, do this, it's going to be easy for me to listen to her and to take her advice or to take her word and act on it. It will be difficult for me to act on the word of a wife that I have grown to distrust or I do not know. The same way, it's going to be difficult for you to act on the word of God and act on the command of God if you have not learned to interact with God and to know God personally. It's going to be very difficult. You're just going to lie to yourself. So if you want to prepare for the day of trouble, you have to learn to get intimate with God, to get trusting with God, to get to interact with God, to get to know God for yourself. That is how to prepare for the day of trouble. I just wanted to share this with you today, and I hope you're blessed by it. God bless you.